first mock-up for the THISISKACHI Love Corset Top in Bliss. Step a little closer so you can take a closer look. Now all I did was I cut the size 3XL, added the seam allowance, and sewed it up. So this is fresh out of the pack. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of extra fabric here, which is pretty typical for me. I don't have a very full bust, so especially on the top, most of the weight for my bust just sits right underneath, so it's kind of flat here, not very full here. So this is pretty typical for me. I do feel like this fits pretty nice, which is nice because I do have a little bit of a belly right now, and the back looks pretty good. There's a little bit of extra space in the back I probably want to get rid of, but it's not terrible. Now, this is a pretty easy fix as well. You can see there's some crinkling here. Now I'm going to add boning, which will make it a little bit more stiff, but there's also just space. Let me turn to the side so you can get a closer look. But there's just a lot of space right here. Now the princess seam is actually really pretty. I love the way she designed that. And not something I'm going to really adjust at all. I feel like my side seams are pretty straight up and down, which is good. So I don't think it's pulling to the front or to the back. So just a little bit of space here. So I'm just going to pin this out right where I feel like I need to remove. And yes, sometimes I prick myself doing this, but here we go. To give me the right shape. And then I'm doing both sides, and then I'm going to compare. Now, I never really intend on wearing this without something underneath, because I will add the heart in as well eventually. Yeah, that already feels so much better. And then, like, oop, that little bubble there, I'm going to take a tiny bit out from here as well. Probably down to right about here. And the fabric that I'm using for these mock-ups is something that I got for like $2, and I got 2 big rolls of it. So I don't mind using that up. And I also don't mind marking it up. So let's see, so I can know exactly where I need to stop. I'm just gonna grade out right about here. I can't see. Okay. So I already feel like, yeah, look at that. Look at that. That looks so much better. And really, that's all I really need to do. I don't even think I need another mock-up. Maybe I'll cut another one because Rochelle says we have to make sure we're doing our mock-ups this year. But I think that fits really nicely. Now I am trying this on with a bra, and then of course I have my tank top on under it. But I'm going to add like padding to it to give me the same shape as if I was wearing a bra. And I'm adding boning, so I'm okay with that. You should always do your mock-ups with similar undergarments. Or if you can, the exact same undergarments you're going to have on when you're wearing it, so that it will fit the same way. Like, try to use similar fabric, wear similar undergarments, and then you'll have a pretty decent mock-up. Okay, let me get a little closer so you can see what I'm doing here. So I need to remove all of this, remove this, kind of grading out to there, remove this, grading out to there. And I thought I wanted to do a little bit in the back, but after adjusting the front, I think the back fits pretty perfectly. All right, let me stop rambling, get out of this, and make those changes.
Only on My Outdoor TV.
Right here. 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 Oh,
did I poke you? Sorry.
It's okay. Oh no. It was light. I don't think any blood shed. Okay. do you think? It's pretty good, huh?
I think so.
I mean, though, like it's kind of rippling because of the pins.
Yeah, where I have the pin.
Yeah, and then it's gonna have boning in it. So like, the last time it was like super. There's a lot of. I'm not showing the camera. Last time there was a lot of extra up here. Why am I rubbing my boobs like that? I'm gonna edit that out.
You should use it.
I'm not gonna use it. There's a lot. I'm not gonna use that. Anyway, yeah. The fit fits good. Okay. I would say that's the camera. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Ta-da! So I'm not too concerned about all that pulling because that's where it's pinned. So I don't think it'll be that bad. And then when I put the boning in, it'll kind of like straighten that out a little bit. But bust looks much better. Much better. Only thing I don't love is like the shape here. It goes in just a little bit. I'd rather that kind of be straight rather than curving quite so much. But other than that, I feel secure. You know. Also, so my natural waist is like right here. I'm wondering, maybe I should shorten it a little bit. Keeping in mind that there is seam allowance. Ah! Blood! It like stops the bleeding if you lick it. Anyway, yeah. Okay, now here is the skirt. This is a straight size 3XL based on her size chart. Now for reference, my waist is 34 inches. My hips are 45 inches. Okay. It's pretty cute. The skirt is meant to be A-line, so it's kind of supposed to have that shape. Though I don't feel like it's very flattering on me right now. Fits pretty decent. Main thing is that this waist is way too big. Let me come in a little bit here. So as you can see, I probably need to take out almost 1.5 inches in the front and back at the waist for it to fit comfortably for me. So, I think I'm going to pin that out on both sides. Where are my pins? The length that you're seeing here is with 5/8 of an inch. So keeping that in mind, I'm probably going to add that to the pattern because I like the current length. Okay, so I have pins in the waistband and now that feels much better. So you can see how much I need to take out all the way around for it to fit nicely. And I did cut the facing for the waistband as well, so the thickness is pretty similar to what I'll have, which I like. I want it to sit right at my natural waist. Now for the shape, I don't love this. I feel like there's just too much fabric. Like if you look from the side, it kind of looks ridiculous, like what's happening there. So I'm going to remove some of this as well. Let's look in the mirror. Oh no, I still... Maybe I just don't want an A-line skirt. I just still feel like it looks kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's cute, actually. Alright, I'm going to play with this a little bit. I'm not totally happy with the shape, but I think it's doable. I just need to futz with it a little bit. But main thing I'm gonna play with is the fullness in the skirt and in the waist. Otherwise, everything looks pretty balanced. It looks pretty good. I also feel like my waistband is doing something kind of weird. Can you see how it dips a bit here? Now the pattern pieces for the waistband are curved, which I actually like, but maybe I need to smooth it out just a bit. Not sure. Ooh, it's poking me. Okay, gotta go. Here's my second try. So the only change I made was I cut the front piece to be a few sizes smaller. So here's the pattern piece, and I initially was here, and so I cut it to be there, which is 3 sizes smaller. That was not the right answer, but I mean the fit, the size in the waist is good now, right? So it was the amount that I needed to take out, but it shifted my side seams to the front, and now I'm getting some pulling right here, which means there isn't enough room for my hips anymore. So I was hoping that would be a quick and easy answer, and it was not a quick and easy answer, but it gave me enough direction. I think I can just do what I need to do on the pattern and not need to make another mock-up. And then on my final piece, if I need to do little tweaks, I can. But I actually don't mind the shape of the skirt anymore. I went back to the post for the listing, and I saw that that's kind of what it is. So I'm going to try to keep it as true to the design as I can, and yeah, just accept that this is what the pattern is. This is what the pattern is, so let's make it that way. So here I have my completed patterns in this brown craft paper. Here are all the pattern pieces for my bodice. Now, a few changes I decided to make. One, I'm not doing the lacing in the back because I don't want that and it would cost more. And if it's not your first time here, you know that I don't have a ton of money to spend this year. So I'm omitting that. I'm also fully lining my piece here. So I have, for example, this lining bodice piece. And at the bottom, I do have a facing piece as well. So this is going to be cut out of lining fabric, and this is going to be cut out of the same fabric as the outer shell. So that definitely increased the amount of pattern pieces, but I felt that the way that she used so much hemming tape to put it together just was not appealing to me. I would rather have it look really clean and just line it. And she did end up using 2 layers as well, but it was all the same fabric pieces, and it just, I don't know, it looked a little messy. I did the same thing with my skirt, which I finally accepted the A-line shape, and it looks good. But I decided to do a full lining. So here is the lining piece for the back. And then again, there's going to be a facing at the hem, which is cut out of the same fabric. Fit-wise, it was pretty good. Like, I didn't have to make major changes, as you saw. It fit pretty nicely. So now that I have a million different pieces to cut, I'm going to get started on that and then kind of come back. So just so you can have an idea too of what the original pattern looked like, here's the skirt. So she did already have like facings for the hems, you know, but I had to redo mine because I did alterations to the pattern. And then you can see how she has all the sizes printed out. And it's a little bit messy, but there are a lot of size options, and if you take your time, it's not too hard to navigate. I am going to just use the same pocket piece because why do I need to change that? Other than that, boop, boop. Here is what I am working with. So I thought I can just give you another quick look at my fabric. This is an upholstery fabric, kind of a bit of a suede feel to it. Definitely has some pile. I don't know, it's really soft, really pretty. I've had it in my stash for a very long time, and so I am finally getting to using this. I'm not even sure how much I have here. Hopefully enough to finish this project. It looks like more than enough for that, actually. So there we go. And for my lining, I pulled this fabric out of my stash. It's not a perfect color match, but again, it's a lining. It's actually showing up much brighter on camera than both of these fabrics are in real life, but I don't know how to fix that. So I don't really know what this is either. I thrifted this fabric. It feels just very stiff. I don't know, almost feels like a broadcloth. Maybe that's what it is. But it's a lining, so I'm not too concerned. For my zippers, I have this guy for my skirt, which doesn't really match, but I'm doing a lap zipper, so it's kind of okay. And it kind of coordinates with some of the other colors. And then this is going to be the zipper for the top. Hopefully I can learn how to shorten this. Because I actually don't know how to do that, but this was the best color match and length that I could find. This one is from Hobby Lobby. I believe it was $2. And yeah, it's everything that I have here. I also collected a few bits and bobs just because I want to add some embellishments to my hearts. And then if I happen to need some bias tape, I just pulled that from my stash, pulled these little guys. Oop, there we go. Pulled these from our stash as well. So this is everything that I have to get started, get cutting. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be very intentional about how I cut my main fabric because of how busy this pattern is. I don't want any weird spots. Yeah. Okay, I have my fabric laid out. It's beautiful. And it's making me nervous. It's making me nervous. I'm wanting to cut my skirt pieces first. One, they're the biggest pieces. Two, I feel like this is where I will have the most opportunity for unfortunate events, i.e. a piece of this print being placed in the wrong place and it looking really weird. It is busy, but it's very symmetrical. There's a very obvious repeat on this print, and gosh, I don't know. I don't know where to line it up. And I have more than enough fabric if I have to recut, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. Let me show you the repeat in the fabric. Okay, so here's my fabric, and like I said, there's a very obvious repeat. So we have the kind of a center flower here, and then if you go here, there's another center flower, and then you have this really big, busy, ornate frame around the flower, and then, you know, it repeats again. So my question to myself is, do I want all of this right in the center of my butt? Do I want this? How should I offset it? You know, to get a little bit of both maybe. I do want it to be symmetrical. So I'm thinking either this has to be the center or this has to be the center, because that is the way the print is laid out. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. So, have Annalise here. She is helping us out. Just wanted to show you why this is important. So, do we see this? Do we see this right here? Yeah, that cannot be in the center of my butt. That don't look right. It don't look right, y'all. So, I'm not going to say what it looked like, but it don't look right, okay? No. I'm going to need to keep playing with this and figure out what I need to do. But this is why print placement is so important. Just, no. So I'm thinking this may be the safest bet for the back. It's kind of halfway between the large scroll looking thing and the flower center, which will be closer to the hem. I think that the side would look pretty. And it doesn't seem too concerning. Now my only thing is, do I still add the heart pockets in the back, or do I just let those go? For me to get the layout that I want, I literally have to cut this out of the center of this fabric. OMG, I am so nervous. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm nervous. Like it's smack dab in the middle, which means if I cut it wrong, I'm gonna have to cut another piece out of the middle. Whew. Okay, moment of truth here. What do we think? Not that you'll have any say over this in the end, but what do we think? Is the flower in an okay place? Like it's lower than, you know, you guys know what I'm trying to avoid here. I don't know, I think the little like design on the hips is kind of cute. It's very symmetrical. Sewing, oh, sorry for my creaky floors, old house. But sewing is not supposed to bring you this much anxiety, unless it does. But here's my front skirt panel. And I did not cut it on the fold just because I wanted to make sure that it was cut as symmetrically as humanly possible, or as Jessica-ly possible. Whew, this took an hour. This took an hour! Ugh. So I'm putting together the bodice, and I found my first flaw, and that is that I did not add enough of an extension on the cup hood piece. Because I added an extra bit here to have 1 inch on the side for more of a lapped zipper look, these don't line up. So I'm going to need to recut this. Luckily I have enough fabric to do so. It's kind of annoying because I have to reinterface it and yada yada yada. Okay, so I'm trying this on after construction and fixing the size of the band, and I have a problem. Even though I made a mock-up, if you can see here, let me turn to the side. This pokes out, like, kind of significantly. And, you know, I need to pretty much pinch out more, let's say about 1/2 inch on each side, so 1 inch from the top, and then grade it down to nothing. But I've literally just recut this pattern piece, and I don't know if I have enough fabric to do that. Now this is where the heart cutout is going to be, but I also don't want it to be gaping, you know, because just so you can kind of see, like it's gaping there. Otherwise the fit's great, it feels really good, but I need to figure out what to do about that. Yeah, a little bit sad, but otherwise it's really cute. And it feels really good. So I did decide, that's the wrong piece. Here we go. So I did decide to edit my pattern piece. So next time I make this, I know that I need to take, it was actually 3/8 of an inch, grade it down to nothing. And then for my actual garment, I just added a dart. I figure since this is where the heart cutout is going to be, it's not that big of a deal, you know? So that's what I did to save fabric. So I already just recut these pieces because I didn't make them long enough. So yes, added the extension and then edit it out a little bit at that center front fold. Here's what I have so far of my front and back pattern pieces for the lining. All looks really good. So this is one of the changes I made by making a full lining instead of just doing the facing with the hemming tape as she calls for in the pattern. I did go ahead and add my logo, which is wonderful. Now I want to add some boning, particularly to the bust seams here and maybe a couple in the back as well. The only boning I have is this sew-in 1/2 inch boning here, and I really want channels just because I think it'll be so much neater than this stuff because this fabric is a pain to work with to be honest. So I pulled this bias tape out of my stash, and what I'm going to do is use this to create like a channel that I can insert this boning into, and that way I don't have to sew straight into the garment and get like a perfectly nicely sewn like top stitch without making it look terrible. So that'll be my next step. And what's going to happen is once I add it here, I'm going to just sew it all the way up. This part still needs to be sewn onto here. So that'll be good as far as where that can kind of stop. On the back, since I already sewed that part, I'll just stop it somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah. Okay, so I just tested this out. As you can see, I have my first seam. Problem is, this is too wide. It will not go all the way through. Let me show you. It gets stuck right here, which I probably should have trimmed that up a little bit, but I just didn't think it would be this big of an issue. But yeah, it will not go through there. And it's kind of twisting a little bit. I mean, it's a perfect fit. It's just when it gets to this lower part, it's a little bit too much. So options. I'll probably just press this open, maybe, so I can make it wider. I don't really have to worry about the inside being finished because I'm going to bag line it anyway. I'll think about it. So I just finished seam ripping that out. And in doing that, I realized that I can't have the boning going all the way up because it has the heart cutout in the middle. So I need to figure out where that heart cutout is going to be, and then the boning has to stop before that. I don't know why I didn't think about that before, but I'm glad I thought about it now, because how annoying would it be if I put all this together and then I went back to put the heart cutout in there and realized that there's a big piece of boning in the way. Very annoyed. So glad that I had this experience. And I'm just gonna keep kind of puzzle piecing this together. I'm completely ignoring the instructions because of all the changes I made, and I'm really just experimenting, so you know, we'll keep with it. All right, here we have it. I have my back piece, front piece. I went ahead and just pressed out the bias tape and then used where the fold line is for my stitching guide. And then I added 2 in the back. I have them going all the way up, but I'm undecided if I'm going to keep it that way. But I figure I'll put it in there like that for now and then add the stops later. Next thing I'm kind of considering is what I want to do as far as straps. Initially, I was thinking making it strapless. What she has are just 2 little ribbons that kind of tie. It has enough structure to be strapless, but do I want the style of the little strap or ribbon? I don't know. So I'm going to figure that out next because I probably need to add that in before I start connecting everything together. Okay, so here's where I am. I have my outer shell fully constructed, excluding the zipper. Okay, I really like it. Looks good, fits good. And then the lining. Ooh. Okay, yes, this way. Also fully constructed. So the facings with the lining in the middle. And my side seam looks good. I did not add boning in the side. I just didn't think it was necessary. And then all the channels that I did add. So at the bust. And then the center, well, not center back, but the sides of the back. And I'm going to stop here on this part simply because I don't have any ribbon in my stash that would look good with this, which is super disappointing because ribbon was just on sale at Hobby Lobby last week and now it's not, and so that sucks. And I was literally there. I could have picked up some ribbon, but it's okay. I'm probably still going to go and peruse Hobby Lobby and see if they have anything that looks good. But I would rather get the skirt put together as well, just in case I need something for that. And then look at any other projects because I like to limit the amount of times I go. And I was just there. I did run into Jay Sotastic there, which is super cool. I posted about that on my community tab. I was starstruck. It was really cool. I was just like, I hope she doesn't think I'm weird just like looking at her. But you know, you look at someone on a screen all the time and then you see them in real life and she looks how she looks on the screen, but it's just like, is that who I think it is? And then it was her, so that's cool. Anyway, I'm going to start on the skirt, which is down here. I store all my projects in these bins I got from Target because I tend to start too many projects and then I have them stacked up in bins waiting for me. But yeah, like even with this one, I ended up with, I think, 5 pieces. So I have the top, the skirt, I'm making a little jacket, and the purse, and a hat. So in this video, we're probably just going to go over the top and the skirt, and then you'll have to see the rest later. I have my waistbands all attached to my pattern pieces and I'm ready to put in my zipper. I did go ahead and grab my copy of the New Complete Guide to Sewing. This is one of my favorite resources. I know you can look all this stuff up and get a video and all that, but I'm old school. I like having just a resource that I can reference back to really easily without having to look stuff up. So I'm going to do the lapped zipper. Realized that the zipper I pulled was too short, so I just grabbed another one from my stash. Pop that in there and move on to the next step. I'm 100% not following her instructions. I'm just putting this together how my brain wants to do it because hers was obviously not fully lined. So yeah, this is not a tutorial. She has one of those. This is just my sewing process for this set. And I'm rambling because I don't really want to do the zipper. I don't do them enough. I do prefer lap zippers or like centered zippers as opposed to invisible zippers. I just feel like they're not very strong and they break. And I don't like that. All right. Cool. Oh, apparently there's instructions in here. This is cool. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Okay, look. So they have instructions for like a lap zipper and a centered zipper on the packaging. That's really cool. Yeah, wonder when this is from. Oh, copyright 1970. There it is. You see it? Copyright 1970. Cool. And there's a guideline on it. There is a line on it. Wow. This is cool. I don't know, just like I just got lost in this like packaging. That's really cool. Yeah. I don't know if modern zippers have this. Let me know in the comments. Do modern zippers come with all this? The ones I usually buy are from Hobby Lobby and they're literally just like a tab for hanging and that's it. So that's cool. All right, let's get to it. So it's not super noticeable due to the nature of this fabric, but my like lapped seam top stitching is so wonky. So I'm going to unpick that and then try again. It's just this fabric is so squishy and it was kind of hard to manipulate. So whatever, I need to fix it though. It's just, it'll bother me. Like from far away you can't really tell, but I can tell. Hey, I think this looks much better. Much, much better. So I'm sitting here looking at my newly installed lap zipper and I'm like, this does not look right. There's something wrong. And I'm pretty sure I put it on the wrong side. I think the lap is supposed to go this way. I mean, obviously not that big of a deal. It's beautiful. It functions. Like, there you go. But like, right? Is this supposed to go the other way? If you know which way the lap is supposed to go, let me know in the comments because I actually don't have any garments with a lap zipper to look at. And online, I'm getting both ways. So is it okay that it's going this way? I mean, it has to be. I'm not doing this again. But I don't know. I feel like it's wrong. Whatever. I'm going to stitch up the side seams. Go ahead and get those attached. And then probably take a dinner break. Because it's, I don't know, what time is it? I don't know where my phone is. Oh. It is. Ah! It's 5:07. So doing the side seams might be the last thing I do before breaking for dinner, and then deciding if I'm going to Hobby Lobby today or tomorrow to see about ribbon for the top. Probably tomorrow. So am I the only person who will try on their things like over their clothes? So I still have my pajamas on, but like, look at the skirt. It's cute, huh? Yay! I actually like the shape. I think it's really adorable. And it fits pretty good. Get a little bit of something happening there, but you know, it's hard to fit for the booty, okay? Yay! Alright, now I'm going to go enjoy some dinner because I deserve it. But I am happy. I've made a very stupid mistake. I sewed, oh my gosh, my skirt is a muff. I sewed the waist and the hem, but I didn't do it like elephant trunk style. I just laid it flat and did it. And I do that all the time. So when I went to turn it inside out, you know, like they're connected like this. So I need to seam rip. I'm going to do the waistband, even though I trimmed that pretty decently. I still feel like it's easier than redoing the whole hem. Dang it. When you do stupid mistakes like that. And I do it all the time. But I was tired last night when I pinned this. You know, when you're tired, you should just stop. You should just stop. But I really wanted to like get further along. Dang it. Alright, this is why we have seam rippers. This is why. Okay, so I got that seam ripped. Now you can see I have my lining and then my main fabric. And obviously, what I want them to do is sit like a normal skirt, like this, right? So to achieve that, here, let me change the angle for you. Okay, oh geez. So to achieve this, what I should have done is fold it under right at the center front of both. Actually, I'm gonna do the side because that's easier. So have these meet here. I'm coming in from the side. I'm going to fold them under like that. And then pull it this way. I don't know how well I can explain this. And rematch them up. That way when I go to sew this all the way around, it won't be a muff. It will be an actual skirt. Okay. Okay, see how I have that pinned here? Now I just need to finish pinning that all the way around, go in through the hole where the zipper is, and sew it. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if I did this right this time. If not, I might just have to take a break. Because there's just no reason to keep getting it wrong. Okay, nope. It's giving skirt. Ugh. Ooh, that can't be good for my lungs. Okay. Hey. Hey. I got a skirt. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay. Now I just need to press, top stitch, and then add one more time. Now I just need to press everything, top stitch, and then add the hearts, which give me anxiety, but whatever. But it's super cute. It's warm too. Like, this is definitely a wintertime skirt, but it's cute. Okay, so hi. It's another day. I did make my way over to Hobby Lobby, and I was very unimpressed with the ribbon. And Joann's is farther away, and I didn't really think they would have what I wanted either. I really wanted a velvet ribbon, and I could not find one that looked good with my fabric. So I took a trip to the Economy Center, which was wonderful because I came back with this fabulous orange, like, suede fabric. And I decided that this is going to be the accent for my jacket on the collar. And it's going to become my ribbon. So it doesn't really fray. So I just cut strips. And what I'm going to do is just top stitch these onto each other like that. And that'll be my ribbon for the bodice, which is awesome. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on today. It is snowing outside. We're in the middle of a winter snowstorm. So it's kind of the perfect day to just sit in the house and create. And I got a pimple, so don't want to go out anyway because that's just annoying. So this is going to be a nice, chill sew day. Alright, so I have the straps attached to my bodice, and now I need to shorten my zipper. I just watched a YouTube video on how to do this. This is a plastic zipper from Hobby Lobby. I believe it costs like $2 because they're always on sale. And pretty much what she says to do is to measure, cut, and then take a few of the teeth that are left over, attach them to the top, burn them, and that creates your stop. I have never done this before, so I really hope it works because I only have one zipper and it is definitely snowing outside and I don't want to go drive and get another one, but I do want to finish this today. So I'm going to see if this works, give it my best shot. If it does, I'll install the zipper and then update you from there. I did go back to my new complete guide to sewing to reference lapped application of a separating zipper. That is what I will be doing for my bodice. It has the instructions and some photos, and I'm going to hopefully get it on the right side this time. I am seriously proud of this zipper installation. This is beautiful. Look at that. Yay! Okay. I don't know why separating zippers just gave me so much anxiety. Now I feel like I can make a million of these and it'd be easy. So with that part done, I can go ahead and attach my lining to the bodice and then put the heart cutout in, I think, and that'll be that. And then of course top stitch down once I figure out how long I want these to be. So I just flipped the whole thing right side out, tried it on. It looks good, but I'm still nervous to like trim and clip into this. So much work went into this. Whew. And I feel like once I start clipping and trimming and doing that whole thing, it's a wrap. Like, that's it. So, when I tried it on, it looks good. This is what I have to do. Whew. Okay. That's what I have to do, y'all. That's what I have to do. All right. Here we go. Okay, so I slipped it on really quickly after doing all my snipping just to get another look. And it's pretty good. Ignore these. They'll come. But I don't know how well you can see it, but there is just like the tiniest bit of rippling here. And I don't know why. I don't know why, and it's bothering me. I mean, I know it's minor, but like, why? Is there just too much fabric here? And why didn't I catch that during like all the different fittings I've done? I'm not sure. I mean, everything else looks really good. It's just, yeah. And maybe, I don't know, maybe if I take the boning out here, it'll fix that? I mean, otherwise, it fits really nice. You know, it fits really nice. Oh my. But that does bother me. And before I put the heart cutout in, I want to make sure I'm happy with where everything is sitting. Zipper installation, fantastic. Very proud of this. But whatever happened here, like, it's 4:30. And I really wanted to have this done today. I still can. I'm not going to give up. But the couch is calling my name, and I'm getting frustrated. And you should never really sew when you're frustrated. All right. Okay, update. Oh, jeez. I added 2 bra cup pads, and I think it has significantly reduced the rippling, at least. Like, there's still some, but it's not as bad. And so I think if I put those pads in there, I'll be okay. Another thing I just noticed, like, this is not centered. What? Like, how? How did I not see that? Luckily, you know, the heart cutout's gonna be right here, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much. I don't know how I didn't notice that, but yes, that is definitely not centered. It's definitely off center. Okay. And I actually really like the super long ties. I think that's pretty cute. So I may keep those as long as I can. But yeah. Okay. Okay. I feel better. So I also went in and just sewed another line, taking in the whole thing probably about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch, to see if that'll help smooth out the bust as well. That was an experiment, and we'll kind of see how it goes. But cups are in. I just tacked them on the sides. I don't know how to officially put these on, to be honest with you. But yeah, here we go. Let's hope for the best here. Okay, it is the next day, and I did all my top stitching, but now I'm getting pulling right here. So I added in those cups. You know, I got the boning, but now there's that pulling, and I think it's because this fabric needed more reinforcement. Like, it almost needs to be pulled up some, like that. I'm not going to worry about it because I can't. And hopefully when I put the heart in, then I'll do my final kind of stabilization situations. But I'm trying to figure out how long I want my little ties to be. So I tied this side up, and I like it. I like it long. I think it's cute. So I'm probably going to keep as much length as I can because I like it. And all I need to do is sew the 2 together. So you see how there's two coming out of here? I'm going to top stitch them together at the desired length. Okay, so she is ready. She's pinned. I went ahead and traced out the heart. This is just a piece of the lining fabric that I serged the edges of. And then I went ahead and pinned it all the way around, making sure the print lined up where I needed it to all the way around. So I did decide to go back and seam rip out that original line and stitch a new one so that everything is aligned, at least to the best of my abilities. So I'm going to chop this off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm going to cut into it. Y'all put so much effort into this. Wait, is this weird? No, it's not weird. I put so much effort into this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I do not recommend that you do this. But I wanted to see like what it looks like with the heart. And it's just kind of pinned. I think it's cute. Huh? Huh? Yeah. I definitely poked myself quite a few times. Ooh. Oh, jeez. It just makes me so nervous. There it is. Pinned up. Now let's sew it. Here we are. Isn't she cute? I have my shirt on under. Hopefully it looks like a heart. I feel like the point could be pointier, but I think you get the gist. Fits great. I think when I go ahead and tie up these straps, it'll pull out some of the rippling that was here. Otherwise, it's nice and smooth. Looks fantastic. Now I just have to add the hearts into the skirt as well. Oh, wrong side. Into the skirt. And hand sew a few little details like the lining here on the inside. Hand sew that down. And this will be done. So I am on the last stages here. And I thought I would add some embellishment. So I have a few different lace trims that I pulled, which I consider kind of adding around the heart. Like that's pretty cute. Or this one. But I also think that it's a little bit too much, which is rare coming from me because I'm a more is more kind of gal. So I'm just going to add the jewelry here, this pearl strand. I have a bunch of these that I purchased quite a while ago off of Etsy. And they were like really inexpensive. I think it was like $5 or something like that. And it helped me get free shipping. So I bought those. And I think it'd be really pretty. So I'm going to add these onto the skirts and the bodice. I also love how my label is poking out through the heart. Like, how cute is that? And then this will be done. Oh, also I have to go ahead and stitch up the lining on the skirt. But other than that, then it'll be done and I will be ready for the reveal.